Hello, everybody. Welcome. Good afternoon. Welcome to the PAOG conference call. This is Arthur Hall, the interim CEO, outgoing CEO. I'd like to introduce Carl Riddle. He is the incoming CEO for PAO Group. And Carl, why don't you go ahead and start off and go ahead and tell them a little bit about your history and everything, what you've been doing.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, I'd like to say how excited I am about this opportunity to work with PAO Group and take the company in a new direction. I know the history of PAO Group with its relation to alternative medicine and cannabis treatment for the future, and I believe that the future course of this company is in line with the original company's directives. Let me give you guys a little background on me. I most recently came out of a company called VMR Products, where I was the Executive Vice President of Marketing. VMR Products was the largest online retailer of electronic cigarettes and vapor devices. We were recently acquired by Juul Labs, Incorporated for $75 million. I was with the company for 8 to 9 years and grew the largest affiliate program in the vapor industry with over 9,000 affiliates worldwide, driving traffic to our websites. I can tell you that through my experience there, I drove upwards of $100 million through the coffers of VMR and helped carry that company through acquisition. I'm very excited about the opportunities we have with PAO Group and the direction we can take it in the future. Prior to VMR, my experience was working in IT and software. I worked with a venture capital company, Verler Capital Ventures, for a few years. So I'm very passionate about the cannabis industry. I believe that the direction we want to take PAO Group is very strong. I believe that the medical cannabis market is a huge and growing industry, and right now our initial target is to tackle the Michigan market, which recently passed recreational marijuana. I guess I can give you an idea of what we're up to, where we're going, and what my vision is for PAO Group. Address some of the concerns that shareholders may have as far as the stock and what we intend to do with it, and really paint a picture of what our goal is, not just in Michigan but long term, and what I see the future of the company being for PAO. So I don't know if there's anything else, Art, you want me to address background-wise, but I'm happy to provide any more information there.
I think you covered pretty good. Well, let's see here. Also, you went to university up in Ohio in the north up here too, correct?
No, I did. I'm actually originally from Ohio, from the Midwest. I went to Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. Have a dual bachelor's there, graduated with honors in psychology. I relocated down here to Miami, Florida for law school, went to the University of Miami. And like I said, from there, I got into IT and software and VMR Products with electronic cigarettes and vapor devices. So I've had a lot of experience with online and offline marketing initiatives and press and media relations. So I've helped take a startup that started in a 2-bedroom condo to an international organization. So we started 2 bedrooms with VMR and grew to over 100 employees in the U.S., based here out of Miami, Florida. We also had shipping and operations fulfilling the entire European Union in Prague, Czech Republic, as well as offices and a manufacturing facility in Shenzhen, China. So the company grew from very small to very large in the course of about 8 years. And again, we started as a small operation, and I believe that, my intention for PAO Group is to actually take, this company and build something with brick and mortar and grow to a very large presence that transcends not just the Michigan market, but there's also some other markets that I'd like to expand into. So I think from there, let me go ahead and give you guys a little information about where we're going, where we're at right now, and what my intentions are for PAO Group.
Sounds good.
So at this stage, we have a current grow operation in the state of Michigan, and we are looking to expand that operation. Michigan recently passed recreational cannabis in November. According to state regulations through the Licensing and Regulation Authority through Michigan, the regulations for recreational probably won't roll out officially until maybe December of this year, which leaves us 11, 12 months now to ramp up in the medical side of things. We are in the process of licensing applications with Laura in the state of Michigan. I anticipate that those preliminary applications will be finalized before the end of the month. Currently working with several realtors. We're scouting locations to set up a grow operation, and we're looking at the different licensing sizes, and also we're interested in more than just growing and cultivation. So we're also applying for processing licenses to process concentrates, edibles, and distillates, as well as a transportation license to transport medical marijuana in between facilities. Currently, there's a huge supply and demand issue in Michigan because as of the first of the year, the state regulatory board decided to discontinue, operations of some of the unlicensed facilities. I believe that there's a huge opportunity there because there's a huge demand and no supply. So to me, the market is ripe for us to penetrate that market and expand our current operation to a much more large-scale operation. And I want to make it clear that, like I said, Michigan is not the only focus that we have. My long-term vision is to expand our operations to other states. We are eyeing Nevada, which also has a recently recreational medical marijuana or recreational marijuana passed, as well as some of the other states that are currently just medical. And I believe we'll be keeping a very close eye on federal regulations and scrutiny there as regulations loosen and as the climate changes across the country. We'll be looking for prime markets to make entry there and continue to expand our operations. So, as my background with VMR, I was very successful with securing a lot of press and maintaining active engagement through our affiliate channels. We had a wide variety of websites and social media influencers, review sites who reviewed our products, who were able to basically, in-depth review of, like I said, our products and what we did there. But they also brought us a lot of exposure across many different channels, like I said, social media. But through actual PR firm that I've worked with in the past, we were able to secure press to mainstream publications as well. I've been quoted in magazines such as I've been interviewed by Forbes, MJ Biz Daily, which is specific to the cannabis industry. But most of my press operations, there's a list of articles where you can find interviews directly with me. In the past, most of my efforts were to secure press for our CEO for VMR Products, and I've secured press through mainstream publications like Forbes, The Daily Caller, Bloomberg, Entrepreneur, Wall Street Journal, New York Times, Business Insider, and a wide variety of other publications. So I want to make it clear that, we weren't just limited to the vapor industry. I brought a lot of visibility to the company, across some pretty major channels. And I believe that that's a critical thing that we can bring back to PAO Group and maintain the visibility of the company, because my goal is a 5-year plan to be in a position where we are acquiring smaller competitors in the market in Michigan and other municipalities, as well as hopefully be a target for a much larger acquisition 5 years down the road. So that's what I see as the short-term and long-term visions for PAO Group. Like I said, within a few weeks, my goal is to be traveling back up to Michigan to look at properties. We've been narrowing in. We have a few dozen that I'm looking at right now. Certain municipalities have opted in or opted out for growing operations. So, and we're also in the process of these preliminary applications for LARA to secure our licensing. The second phase involves having a location secured, so that's why I plan to travel up north again to get that locked in. And also, in the very short term, there are a lot of smaller players that aren't able to conform with the or don't qualify for the existing license standards. So I believe that these are potential target acquisitions that we can secure early on to really penetrate the market. My goal is to deliver some very unique products that I believe will get us into the dispensary facilities in Michigan and get our foot in the door. We'll be able to basically dominate that market through strategic marketing, targeted marketing, and a lot of exposure for the company. With PAO Group specifically, I want to make it clear that, we're not looking to change the share structure of the company at this time. I believe that we do intend to do some fundraising rounds in the future. But I know the question's been raised too. We have no intention. I don't foresee doing any sort of reverse split. But I believe that right now is the time for us to really expand into Michigan. I believe that medical cannabis, recreational cannabis, is in line with PAO Group's initial vision and mission for the company. We're looking at alternatives for patients in the state of Michigan and beyond, and I'm very passionate about the cannabis industry. So I'm looking forward to this opportunity with PAO Group and where we can take it in the future.
Wonderful. Also, I want to touch base about we've been in touch with some of the long-term debt holders, and we're trying to working on negotiating some of that debt down and renegotiating some of the notes, so we can have some room for this to grow a little bit. So we'll be making some announcements about that soon. Also,
Correct.
we're gonna and also the points that we discussed on the call that Carl's discussed. I believe he's going to be working to get a press release out to go ahead and make this that covers all the points that were discussed here today. We're also going to make this available, the recording available on the web, so people that weren't able to make the call can go ahead and get onto it and listen to it and hear everything. Other than that, what else? Did we have anything else we needed to talk about there, Carl? Oh, I know what we need. Let's go ahead. Why don't you talk a little bit about your team?
My team, that's a great point. So I'm bringing on board a management team that has experience in this market. Our master grower, who I hope to put in place as the CFO of the company moving forward long term, has over 10 years of experience. Tom Sawyer, in the medical cannabis market up in Michigan. He also has experience working under financial advisor.
He's also a CPA. So,
right. Right. So he's got a very strong financial background in addition to his growing experience. He's going to be leading the way for our actual brick and mortar operation, and involved with the setup, purchasing of equipment, and really getting the operation off the ground. He's the one who currently has an operation going in the state of Michigan. My other partner, Patrick Blasco, has 12 plus years experience in the retail industry. He has multiple locations for brick and mortar retail in the smoke shop space. He's got a plethora of connections across the board, and I believe he's going to be instrumental in getting us some exposure and getting our foot in the door across distribution channels, getting us into these dispensaries and facilities in Michigan. So I'm really leaning heavily on how we penetrate this market. I mean, my background is very strong in digital marketing, online marketing, and offline marketing. I believe that through really strong packaging, targeted marketing, and really delivering a high quality product, that we're going to be able to take over in Michigan and carry that momentum forward into other markets as they open up. I've been doing a lot of competitor analysis in the market, seeing what's out there, seeing what was recently eliminated through the new licensing process. So I believe that there's a huge gaping hole here for us, to step in. I also have plans to bring on board a chief marketing officer who's worked with me for years, that I've worked with from across VMR and software and different platforms, who's got a great deal of experience in helping secure exposure, visibility for the company, maintaining social media and things like that. So my goal too is, I believe that we can make a huge impact here. I want to overhaul the existing PAO Group website, the social media platforms, and my main focus from the outset and sustaining all the way through is I want to give shareholders 100% transparency and visibility in what it is we're doing. I can promise you a lot more regular posts and press releases. I believe we're going to have some very exciting news coming about the company and our operation as it continues to grow and expand. So I will see to it myself that all of those things are shared out with shareholders and made visible so that people can stay apprised of where we're at in the process and how the company's growing and how we're expanding. So I believe that's a huge area where we can improve PAO Group.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I just wanted to say that I think we've chosen a very good candidate to come into this company. Like I said, I'm going to be stepping down. I'm going to be focusing my efforts on Rising Biosciences, and I'll be over on that direction over there. I think that Carl and his team are a wonderful opportunity, and I think that they're going to do this justice and really bring some, make this into a powerhouse. I hope that I think we are very capable. So I just wanted to make that clear that we'll be handing this over. I think he's a capable person of running it. I think he'll actually do a lot better job than I did. And I think you're going to be able to push this in a direction that will be beneficial to the shareholder.
I agree, and I appreciate the kind words. I'm very excited about it. Like I said, I believe that we're going to be able to eliminate a lot of the debt that the company currently carries. My goal is to have some of that debt reduction in the first quarter to 2 quarters of the year. And I believe that, again, we're going to be putting out a lot more press releases. We'll sum up some of these bullet points here in a press release very soon so that you guys can all recap everything we've discussed today. And I invite everyone's feedback, too. I look forward to where we're going to take this company moving forward. And I thank you guys for your support and look forward to making you guys all a lot of money.
All righty then. Well, thank you very much. And Carl, my best of luck to you. I think, like I said, I think you'll be doing wonderful things now that I'll be moving on. And all right, everybody. Well, listen, thank you very much, and we'll talk again. Thank you.
Much appreciated. I look forward to it.
All right. Good day.